Hello and welcome to Share Talk. Today I'm joined by Richard Williams, who's CEO at Cornish Metals. How are you today, Richard?
I'm very good, Zach. Thanks for having me on.
Right, quite an exciting time for you and your company. First, I presume the clue's in the name, but what's Cornish Metals all about?
Well, Cornish Metals is a company that was started in its current form in 2015. It was a concept put together by a group in Canada called Osisko Gold Royalties that was looking to create a company focused on high quality tin assets, and certainly assets that had the potential to be long life mines in production where Osisko could benefit from a royalty. And so I joined the company in 2015 and we started looking at various projects, and the standout to us was South Crofty in Cornwall, located in the town of Cambone and Poole. And so we acquired a package of mineral rights plus the South Crofty project in 2016, and we've been working there ever since. So at this point, we've got to the point now where we're looking to list the company on AIM, raise some money and work on a new high-grade copper tin discovery that was made at a project called United Downs.
Right, I mean, copper has been a lot of excitement about copper since the pandemic started, and I suppose most hard assets. I think most of us would have read about tin now, tin being near 7-year high, rather 7-month high, 7-year high, and it's sort of part of the whole, I don't know, Biden green revolution and all the other revolutions that are happening. Is tin the sort of the new gold as well?
Well, I like that. I'd like to think so. I think a lot of people have a very old-fashioned view of tin. Historically, tin was used in tin cans and tin roofs, but it really is essential to the electronics world. Anything with an electrical connection has some level of tin in it, in the form of solder. So anything with a connection has tin, and it is referred to as the glue in the electronics world. So it has an important role to play as sort of economies have this big push towards electrification and carbon neutral economies.
And we're speaking in the run-up to your proposed AIM listing. Why have you decided now in January 2021 is the time to be on the London stock market?
Well, we were working towards this through most of last year, and we were hoping actually to try and start marketing before Christmas, but there's a lot of work involved to get to this point. Since we've pulled the trigger on marketing, obviously the copper price has appreciated quite a bit over the last year, tin price has appreciated, and the timing is perfect. And the other thing that's really helped us is seeing the end to Brexit, and it just clears the way forward for us to get listed here in the UK and get exposure to the UK investment community.
And in terms of United Downs, what's the project and the potential there?
Well, the initial project that we acquired the Cornish projects for is South Crofty. Now, United Downs is an area about 8 kilometers to the east of South Crofty as the crow flies. It's in a district that was known as the Gwenap Mining District, which was very well known globally in the 1700s and early 1800s as the producer of very high-grade copper. There were 2 mines in particular called the United Mines and Consolidated Mines, which were producing copper in excess of 7% grades, which is extremely high. Last year, we announced the discovery of a high-grade copper tin zone about 100 meters below surface, which returned a width of almost 15 meters at almost 8.5% copper and 1.2% tin. So that's exceptionally high grade, and we think it represents an opportunity to hopefully develop a new mineral resource that can be put into production in this same area.
Right, and there's a lithium angle as well, which some people might find as exciting or more exciting than copper tin. What's your exposure there?
Well, when we acquired the Cornish assets, one of the first phone calls we had was from Jeremy Rathall, who runs Cornish Lithium. And Jeremy had this concept that Cornwall being underlain by large granitic bodies, was potentially the source for lithium in geothermal or brines fluids. And so we reached an agreement where Cornish Lithium can explore our mineral rights for lithium in brine. And we get exposure to any success that he has. We get a free carried interest of 25% on the first project on our mineral rights that he takes to completion of a feasibility study. And he's done a fantastic job. He's really shed the light on what could be a completely new angle for Cornish mineral resources. And he seems to be having some good success.
So you've got, in a way, you've actually got another string to your bow. It's not all about copper and tin.
Yeah, the opportunity here for new investors is really exposure to copper, tin, and lithium. All three metals are essential in this kind of new high-tech economy that we're all pushing towards. You know, when you look at renewable power, basically construction, you know, post-COVID and all the stimulus spending that's come in, the electrification, electric vehicles, they're all going to need copper, lithium, and tin. So we're well positioned for that. And the idea here is that you could have a domestic source of those metals in the UK.
So no queuing up at the border for various commodities. Right. So we just started the year. As I said, it's an exciting time for you. It's going to be something to look forward to over the near term in terms of being on the market. But for the rest of the year, what can we expect?
Well, we're currently in the midst of marketing. You know, the objective here is to be listed by the end of February, subject to a successful roadshow. And use of proceeds from any funding that we raise would be to start drilling at United Downs within the next couple of months. And the objective of that drilling is to outline what the resource potential could be. And if everything goes well, hopefully we'll see a new mineral resource estimate come out from the United Downs project over the next 12 to 18 months.
Okay, and so, I mean, the long-term plan, apart from sort of sizing up your resource in Cornwall, are there any other moves, any other acquisitions you might make, any other ideas that you've got in the back of your mind?
Well, there are a number of the mineral rights that we own in Cornwall have also got very good exploration potential. One of the standout features of Cornwall, in my mind as a geologist anyway, is that you've got this mining history that stretches back to the Bronze Age. There are something like 2,000 documented mines in Cornwall, but very little in the way of modern exploration has been conducted to look for new mineral deposits. And that's really highlighted by this discovery of the copper tin mineralization at United Downs, which is just 100 meters below surface. So we think with some success for ourselves, it'll just attract more investors into the region. And really the objective here is to bring in modern mining technology into an area that has seen a long history of mining, but still has a lot to offer.
So it's a mixture of the demand from the let's say the new economy and new technologies, and plus your new technology and geological skills coming through in terms of, or geologist skills coming through in terms of Cornwall.
Yeah, you know, I think security of supply is becoming a more prominent theme in the world. Ethical supply of materials is certainly something that most shareholders look to for companies like the Apples and Panasonics and Samsungs of the world, you know, just to ensure that the materials that they use are coming from ethical sources. And we believe in Cornwall we can meet all of those demands.
Well, let's see how it all pans out. Thank you very much indeed, Richard Williams, CEO at Cornish Metals.
Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it.